What is the worst form of price gouging you've seen in a game in your personal opinion? You know, I've seen some pretty bad ones, but recently I decided to check out a game, The First Descendant, with fellow YouTuber MJ Plays. And you know, I've never even heard of this game before. I've also never heard of the company that made it, going by Nexon. You see, when I first heard it, I thought of Nexon Mobile, the gas station. But regardless, The First Descendant is, oh my god, it's an absolute mess, which sucks, right? Because one, the game is free, but it does have some really good perks to it. Because on one hand, the game is really beautiful, but holy shit, do its problems have problems. So I thought for this video, why don't you sit back and relax, and we can talk a bit about The First Descendant on Steam of all places. Now, I'm not sure if this game is on console. As of the time of actually speaking about this, I've already recorded the gameplay, so this is just something for you guys to listen to when I explain what you guys are looking at, because I genuinely couldn't believe some of the things that I was staring at, especially when it came to what they want for money, because the game is free, but they have to make their money somehow, right? And oh, they make their money all right. So let's here we go. So The First Descendant, it was released June 30th of 2024, and as of right now, it currently has a mixed review setting on Steam, which I honestly wasn't really sure why. I heard a lot of messages say something about a very bad and predatory monetization process, which I was really curious about. So upon booting up the game, I got met with a really cool intro. You know, it's fun, it's engaging. I was slightly drunk when recording this, so I didn't play the entire thing out, but I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really interesting. You know, the one thing I will give The First Descendant is that for a free game, it looks really good. Most free games, they kind of look like ass, but it's a really good game. It's really intriguing. You got 3 characters to choose from: Ajax, Lepic, or Vanessa. I went with Vanessa on my playthrough. I didn't really understand Ajax or Lepic, but you know, I thought, why not? It's the first time I'm going to be playing this game, and probably the last. But anyways, the beginning part of the game where you do like your intro, it's actually really well done. You know, you get to learn about the shooting mechanic. There's a grapple hook involved, and the game looks really good, like really good, especially for a free game, which again is surprising because when I saw free on Steam, I expected this game to look like shit, or at least the trailers to be a lie. But I gotta admit, man, the graphics look really good. The movement is semi-solid. There's a few things that could be changed differently, but overall, the game looks really good. The gunplay, I really like that and appreciate the fact that you can run and gun at the same time, and it's kind of all kept the same. The characters seemed at least a little bullet spongy, and they seemed kind of simple and straightforward, but the best thing about this intro that I gotta say was the first boss that you get to fight. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it, especially how big it was and how everything it did had weight to it. Whenever it walked, the screen shook. The bullets seemed impressive and strong, and I thought it really cool. You could actually latch onto the boss and defeat and like rip off part of its components. That was a really neat touch. It kind of broke open the door for the fact that, oh, you know, for a free game, okay, I can kind of see it. The gunplay is pretty good, and if battles keep looking like this, I could definitely see this being a game that I could hook to. I also really appreciate that the Grave Walker also had different animations, like when you actually mounted it and busted off one of the caps, it had a special falling over animation. Like, it was all really well done. Again, for the first intro, whatever you want to call it, this is really cool. That's what I mean. The First Descendant, when I played the first tutorial, there's the word. When I was doing the tutorial, the game was really interesting to a T, right? Yeah, some things were janky, but it wasn't too bad. Picked up a few good guns along the way, and I generally did enjoy it, besides the stupid story, which I was too drunk to pay attention to. But you know, there's one problem with The First Descendant, and I think it needs to be talked about, because while in the beginning, yeah, sure, I did have fun, the monetization structure, at least for this game in particular, is really bad. Like, I'm sorry, call it a hot take if you want to, but there are some things that just should not cost this much, and I'm going to talk to you about it. This is the main problem I have with a game like this, and it just really needs to be discussed. Here, take a listen for yourselves real quick. This is me and MJ discovering the probably biggest purchase I've seen in a game, where upgrading your storage costs $600. Here, listen to this real quick. So hang on. To max out your storage slots cost... No, surely not. 25,000 caliber? What does that equate to in dollars? Hang on.
25,000? No, is that gold or caliber? That's
caliber.
Gold is
25,000 caliber. So that means...
Where do you see this? Where do you see this? Because that's hundreds of dollars.
Check the storage section and then add storage slot.
Found the store. Oh my god.
So caliber, for $100 you get 5,000. That's 25. That's 100, 200, 400, almost $500 to max out your storage.
Jesus, dude. How many slots do we get? We get 75? Oh my god.
But it's a looter shooter, so 75 isn't all that much for a looter shooter.
No, that's not enough.
That's not...
That's not enough.
They want you to give him $500, bro. What?
Bro, that's their you, man. Oh my god. Okay, so they expect you to do this looter shooter MMO, and they're like, you know what? We'll give you 1,000 spaces of inventory if you give us $500.
And it makes me mad because they're targeting whales. That really pisses me. The gullible people. I gotta see how bad is. Like, that's bad on its own to ask for $500.
$500 for storage?
Yeah, that's
insane. They basically made a store with shooting mechanics. That's what they did.
Oh, 100%.